So, welcome to the second session of SINS22. We had a very enjoyable first session. Thanks very much to Katina and Roba for organizing this with Mariana and Kathleen. And thank you for letting me be a part of this. The first session was about securitization of persons, and the second one is about securitization of place. So the reason for this in part comes from work that we've been doing for the last 10 years or so on the issue of values. Yeah? So looking at sustainability based on the work of Elinor Ostrom and how you can maintain a scarce resource. Looking at the issue of fairness, inspired by the work of Nicholas Rescher on how you can distribute a scarce resource. And given that we're going to come up with some conventional rules for doing that sort of thing, looking at the work of Professor Josiah Ober, a political scientist from Stanford University, who has much to say about the issue of collective self-governance. Now, I've known Katina and Roba for many years, and the overlap with this seemed to come in the issue of security and the kind of socio-technical systems that we were trying to develop. And in particular, I was concerned with the issue of safety and the possibility then of insider threats. So the issue of security versus safety seems to be one that security is to stop harm coming to you, but safety seems to be one of stopping you coming to harm. So the traditional way of doing it is that Alice wants to communicate securely with Bob, and there is an eavesdropper trying to listen into their communications. Yeah? But it occurs to me, what happens when you lock yourself up so tightly, but then you've put yourself in your escape room and you don't have a way out. Yeah? And even worse, you've locked yourself up with somebody slightly dangerous, shall we say. So for those of you who have cats, I'm sure you recognize this particular thing with the cat playing Kitty Landmine and it's always at the top of the stairs. It's never on the bottom. Yeah. So this is the problem. What happens when we've got ourselves in a situation where there's a threat to these resources that we have to distribute, but they are being depleted by internal competition or people blocking them off for themselves. There's a threat to the boundaries in the sense of Ostrom, because the notions of personhood is being changed, our access to human rights and our access to systems of justice, and also problems that will hopefully be talked about later on about how the technology behind AI is actually there to reinforce an asymmetric power relationship and leverage existing trustful relationships and take it off one institution and attach it to another. And the whole issue of the fact that if something appears to be given away for free, it means that you're actually the product of this, because with tech companies wanting grabbing hold of attention, food companies wanting their share of stomach, BigPharma wanting its share of well-being concerns, and so on. So these are the issues, and I'm absolutely delighted that we've got together a collection of 6 wonderful speakers for whom I'm very grateful for participating in this session. So welcome and thank you to Vlad, Elena, Lieselot, Peter, Stephen, and Holger. And I will let them say more about themselves, where they're from, and the titles of their presentations as they go.